It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Brooklyn Nets in this one as they go up against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, they must be satisfied with the way things have gone for them over the first few months. They've played with confidence and composure and have won more than their share of games. And here in the early going, some teams already fulfilling their potential while others struggling out of the gate. Shaq, how big a deal are these initial outcomes?
Ernie, let me tell you something. I hated losing, period. Didn't matter if it was early, late, whatever. I expected to win every time out.
Well, the reality is you have 82 games. So if you get too high or too low in your little valleys or your peaks, you're going to be in big trouble. But every loss and every win does affect home court advantage if you're a veteran team trying to make the playoffs and trying to win it all. So you're thinking about every loss. If you lose in April, it hurts just as much when you lose in January.
And time now for tip-off. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. Last game for the Nets, they picked up a W against the Golden State Warriors.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
Tip-off goes to Houston. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Rockets, Modiunas and Howard the post pair. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. And it's Lawson in at the one spot. Playing alongside James Harden, a lot less pressure, too, on Dwight Howard to carry the load offensively these days. And certainly Clark made things easier for him.
Not only easier, I think it's been more comfortable for him as a secondary scorer. Rolling to the rim, crashing the offensive glass. Those are things he can do at a high level for a lot longer, I think.
Lopez a screen. 5 on the clock. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
And listen, Howard took his share of criticism for not being more aggressive and polished scoring on the low post. And the Rockets, though, a numbers-minded team. They know he's at his best as a rim runner in the pick and roll.
Rocket 2 on defense, Houston. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And what a luxury when you have depth. I mean, a lot of their scoring in that win came from their reserves. And make no mistake, they carried the load for that team.
Without question, the starters can't do it all game long. You need that help from the reserves, and they got it in that one.
And for Howard, really his biggest shortcoming offensively has been the free throw shooting. I mean, he averages close to 9 attempts per game over the course of his career. If he could improve that shot, boy, you talk about making a big difference in his production.
Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Lionel Hollins. And Doris, what'd you find out?
He said their scouting report is really all about how to handle Dwight Howard. Obviously a tremendously impactful player at both ends of the court. Coach said, offensively, we always need to know where he is. Defensively, it's always about doing your work early, trying to hold your ground and deny him prime position inside. Sounds like a good plan, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Here's Lawson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Now, here is Lawson. Plays it up and banks it in.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Pass to Bogdanovich. They need this. That's good.
Oh, I love the great assist that time by Jack.
For Houston, they've gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Here's Howard. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
For Dwight Howard, guys, there were 2 or 3 seasons in Orlando and LA that seemed like one big soap opera. So now, to me, it seems like he's happy and settled, though, here in Houston.
And it seems, Greg, that, you know, as he was just talking moments ago about Howard finding his niche in Houston, it seems he's more comfortable. Certainly a great legacy of terrific big men for the Rockets. Clark, you know that firsthand. They've had some terrific names over the years.
How about Yao Ming, Kevin? Moses Malone, Elvin Hayes, Hakeem Olajuwon. No greater roster of big men than that one there.
Here's Bogdanovich. He had 13 points in the win against Golden State. And Young, here we go. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Rockets leading by 5. Ariza outside. The feed to Moniunas. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
And Jack picks to Young, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Now here's Harden. A 17-point game for him in the win against Sacramento. 6 to shoot. Howard drives in, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Jack passes to Young. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Young's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Kicks to Moniunas. Harden dishes to Ariza. Here's the 3. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Nets trail by 3. Hollis Jefferson passes to Bogdanovich. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Outside Jack. Again, the Nets for 2.
My, he is so adept at finishing in the low post.
Rockets have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Here's Harden. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Outside Jack. Thaddeus Young on the wing. Knocked away. Down low. And Harden with the stuff.
Whoa, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
It's the Nets now, following the score by Houston. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
It's really a good picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. I mean, they're being way too casual with the ball.
It's going to cost them if they keep it up. They need to get back to playing smart basketball.
Now, here's Howard. His last outing, 16 points for him. To the middle. Poked loose. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He kicks it to Jack. Bogdanovich dishes to Young. And it's sent back by Howard. It's Ariza on the wing. Back to Harden. Ariza outside. That 3 off the mark. Nets trail by 5.
And the Rockets were a tough team last year, but at times it really felt like a one-man show. Harden carried them so much for so long. You just have to wonder if it wore him out.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Last time they met in Houston.
Yeah, a dominant win for them their last time in this matchup. And what jumps off the stat page was their advantage on the boards.
Yeah, they were overpowering it inside, and you've really got to like their chances, Greg, if they can replicate that tonight.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Bargnani has checked in for Lopez. Thomas Robinson comes in for Thaddeus Young. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Brooklyn's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Dishes to Bargnani from 7. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
The 3 ball. Sloan shot is off. Houston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's Capella, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. The Rockets number 1. The 4th spot held by the Nets.
I mean, this is about hot shooting for both these teams recently. 2 teams playing with tremendous confidence. This sure makes for an exciting matchup.
The Nets making a switch here. Ellington's checked in. Corey Brewer's checked in for Houston. Patrick Beverly comes in for Ty Lawson.
And Thomas Robinson has been on a lot of teams here in his short time in the league. Not easy to find a spot when you're always getting moved.
Shot clock at 6. To the paint. It's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. And oh, here we go with Brewer. Nobody back. Here's Beverly. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Rockets lead by 4.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
The Nets have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. And for Robinson, the trade's way on him as well. Clarkie said last season that he just wants to prove that he belongs here.
Well, you know, he's yet to find the right fit for a team, but the skill set is clearly there. I mean, he's an NBA player. There's no doubt about that. Looked great for Philadelphia near the end of the year as he got minutes with them.
Jones against Bargnani. Jones, no luck.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And Sloan kicks to Bargnani. Out to the right wing. Picked by Bargnani. Lock at 6. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Injuries have certainly taken their toll on Bargnani, culminating in disaster last season. Greg suiting up for only 29 games, the fewest ever in his career.
Yeah, I mean, he had a series of leg injuries, the hammy, the calf. Really unfortunate part about it is that he has so much talent, but yet really to develop that on the floor because of all the issues.
Now here's Jones. That's good. Jones has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Wasted no time on that one.
And in thinking about Bargnani's impact, he's a guy who can generate points from every spot on the floor. 3-point range, converts at the rim. He's about 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and shoots free throws like a guard.
Yeah, just used his strength there to get the post position without much fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think he's got to do a much better job next time of just bodying up. Get some muscle into him.
Here's Sloan looking for his first basket still in this one. Ellington from outside. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Houston in the lead. Feeds it to Decker. Back to Beverly. Right side, Jones. On the wing, Brewer. He feeds it to Jones. And the shot is good. And it's a 4-point Rocket lead.
And talking about Bargnani last season, he was actually generating efficient numbers
when he was healthy. I mean, way up in field goal percentage, three-point percentage. I would love to see him remain healthy and have a chance to quiet the doubters.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Here's Sloan. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Now here's Ellington. He's guarded closely. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
It's still early, but they've started to establish themselves on the glass here.
Yeah, scrapping, Clark, for each and every rebound. They are not backing down.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrea Bargnani. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Now here's Brewer. Ellington defending. Capella, the pass to Brewer. 6 on the shot clock. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Rockets lead by 6.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for.
So it's Brooklyn now, picked by Bargnani. Robinson kicks to Ellington. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Back to Robinson. Just 4 to shoot. Fades away.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot. You know, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Here's Sloan. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The Nets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
There's the dish to Decker. Inside and stolen by Ellington. And that does it for the first quarter. Rockets ahead. They lead by 7. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Yeah. I realize this. I realize this. Respect this here. Check. I realize this.
And Nets head coach Lionel Hollins known for his no-nonsense style, but he'll tell you he's still got a good sense of humor.
I told them all, you can joke with me, you can laugh at me. I'm not perfect. You'll see me hobbling out there on the court. You'll see me stumble as I'm trying to show you a defensive move. It's funny. There was a time when you wouldn't be laughing because I'd be kicking your butt, but that time is long past.
I still don't think that Coach Hollins is anyone to be trifled with, and I think the Net players would agree with me on that one.
Oh, yes, I know they've got that one figured out. And I do, too, as a matter of fact. The last thing anybody on the team better be doing is laughing at Lionel Hollins. Just ask Darren Williams.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Houston.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also, how about the willingness to attack the basket and challenge the defense here tonight?
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Down low, it's Jones and Howard together. McDaniels is out there with Patrick Beverly. And it's Brewer in at the small forward. And the shot is good. That's now 8 points for Howard.
and they can up the ante a little bit there after that basket.
Yeah, you know, their lead's increasing, and they've got to be feeling better and better about the way this game is starting to play out now. So we'll see if they can close it out.
Here's Bogdanovich. And Jack kicks to Bargnani. In the corner, it's Jack. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from the wing, and it's blocked. And he gets it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. For the Rockets, Harrell, he's checked in for Jones. Visa comes in for Brewer. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. Rockets leading by 9. Pass to Harrell. Snatched away. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Bogdanovich. Terry covering, and that one's good.
What hand? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. McDaniels passes to Ariza. Here's McDaniels. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Howard misses.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Now, here is Bargnani. He's got 8, and he gets it to go. Nets were the hottest team and story a few years back, certainly, but last season they were put up for sale, surprisingly to some, Clark, midway through the year.
Yeah, that was odd timing given the new arena and rebranding. I mean, you would think after all that effort to rebuild the team, you would see it through.
And for the Nets being put up for sale, a big part of it was they were a team that was supposed to compete for titles. And since the move to Brooklyn, they have had trouble going deep in the playoffs.
And you know, with Brooklyn, I don't think anybody wants to take over a team in a rebuild mode. I mean, that's what the Nets seem to be looking at for the next few seasons. They had their shot, went all in with some of their decisions, unfortunately came up short.
4 on the shot clock. And the shot falls short this time.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. It's Terry outside. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Nets trail by 8. Outside Jack. Here's Lopez. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. For Brook Lopez, disappointing start to last season. The season before, he had played only 17 games, so he wanted to make an impact right off the bat. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, you know, he missed the first 2 games altogether with the foot injury and comes back to play pretty well, then hurts his back. Out for 8 more games, comes back again. He's benched in favor of Miles Plumlee. Just a very disjointed year for Lopez.
Here's Bogdanovich. He's got 7. To the left side wing. And Jack kicks to Bogdanovich. From the top of the key, he buries it. Bogdanovich has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And immediately looking for the open man when the double team comes to him.
Terry against Jack. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And guys, looking at Jarrett Jack, one word comes to mind: professional. I mean, he's as solid as they come. Tough, capable, experienced, and he proved it all again last season.
Young with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. Lopez, a screen on Terry. Jack against Terry, and the rebound goes to the Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Talking about Jarrett Jack, he's especially dangerous at the end of the game. Not only does he make great decisions, Clark, he was a top 10 free throw shooter last season.
Yeah, Experienced, tough-minded ball handlers and shot makers are always valuable, especially when it's winning time.
Lopez sets a screen for Jack. Bogdanovich dishes to Lopez. And Young kicks to Bargnani. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebounds.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Now here is Jack. He had 16 points in the win against Golden State.
And defensively, guys, he was just all over the place, forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure.
Here's Bogdanovich. Can't get it to go.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Young with no one around. That three off the mark. Houston leading by 6. Terry the pass to McDaniels. Back to Terry. A 3-ball. That's good. Terry's got 6 points in the quarter.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Jack dishes to Lopez. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one is on Ariza.
And Brook Lopez, guys, started the season as the starting center for the Nets last year, but it didn't end up that way.
Lopez ended up coming off the bench for the Nets for a stretch last season. There was a lot of debate, Clark, if that was the right role for him.
Kevin, clearly there were differing opinions because as soon as it happened, every GM called Brooklyn up to see if Lopez was available.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Good on the second free throw. Well, guys, James Harden, quite possibly the most devastating rim attacker in the league today, just refuses to slow down. Wayne Clark, he's going right at the basket.
Yeah, he's got it all, Kevin. I mean, he's so thick and strong and has deceptive moves and explosiveness. When he gets inside, he's scoring or you're fouling.
Here is Howard, following the basket by Brook Lopez. Lawson outside. Harden kicks to Lawson. The jump hook. The shot is off. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
And when you're defending Harden, it really is a pick your poison situation. I mean, we talked about his driving, but you can't gap him because he's also a very good shooter and passer. So that double team that you want to provide as well, he's real good at finding that open man.
Nets trail by 8. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And guys, another thing about Harden, he draws so much attention defensively. So even when he misses around the rim, oftentimes it's going to create offensive rebound opportunities for the Rockets. So he takes the whole defense with him.
And a new group in for the Nets. Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Lopez. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Young. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. And then for Houston, Capella's checked in. And Decker subbed in for Trevor Ariza. Moniunas passes to Harden. Moniunas kicks to Lawson. Brooklyn trailing. Pass to Ellington. They set the screen. To the left wing. Pass to Sloan. 5 on the clock. It's deflected.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Net shooting reasonably well, 45%. Rebounded by Capella.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
The shot's good from Lawson.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Sloan. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And yes, sir, that one drops.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now, here's Decker. On the wing, Harden. Ellington defending. Here's Capella. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Capella's got the lead up to 10 now for the Rockets.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Here's Sloan. He dishes it to Bargnani. 6 to shoot. And Sloan kicks to Bargnani. Goes up to the stripe. That one wide left.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
The Rockets were terrific on the road last season, Clark. Tied for second with the Clippers for the most road wins in the league.
26-15, although if you want to get picky about it, they had one of those wins in Mexico City, so maybe 25.5 road wins for them.
And I do remember that Mexico City game last year for the Rockets. A huge turnout for them. It felt like they were the crowd favorites. Still, you can't take anything away from their road performances last season. And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
Here's Capella. The 7-footer falls. Capella's got his third basket of the night.
And, you know, you think about the Rockets, as you mentioned. I mean, one reason they were so good on the road is their offense didn't miss a beat when they left Houston. When you can get to the line as much as they did, you remain consistent on the road.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Houston leading by 10. To the right side. Decker gets to Moniunas. A stupendous finish in traffic.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
1:22 left in the first half of basketball. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. The feed now to Ellington. There's a screen by Robinson. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Ellington kicks to Robinson. Here's Sloan. Lawson with the defensive effort there.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
And Sloan kicks to Bargnani. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Guys, Bargnani was compared to several other international players when he came out. Some said he was Nowitzki. Others thought he might be more like Yao Ming in terms of impact. Ming was the only other player taken 1 overall who had never played high school or college hoop.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Jones checked in for Moniunas. Brewer comes in for Decker. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
Here's Sloan. James Harden picking up that last basket. Sloan dishes to Robinson. Hollis Jefferson passes to Sloan, and he's good on the 3-ball. Sloan's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Harden up top. with 4 seconds on the clock.
You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge on the glass. He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And that concludes the first half. Rockets lead by 13. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Andrea, you looked really fluid out there on offense tonight. What's been your approach?
Just try to be aggressive, you know. I mean, the teammates put me in a good position, so just try to be aggressive. Just try to do my job.
Andrea, thank you. Kevin.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Houston holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a 13-point lead. Your opinion, Shaq?
The bulk of their offense, Ernie, Kenny, has come in the paint. See, it's just as good. It's hard-nosed basketball when you play in the post. Trust me, I know. You wouldn't know nothing about that, Kenny, little man.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Brooklyn?
Can this team please get fired up on defense? I mean, get angry, get upset. Guys are way too soft and giving up way too many good looks. At some point, you got to draw the line in the sand. Be like, okay, who's crossing this line? If you're coming over here, I'm taking a hard foul, and I'm going to resist you on defense.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Bargnani.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Hollis Jefferson is out there with Young. Then it's Jarrett Jack. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here is Jack. Young, a screen on Lawson. And Jack, here we go. That's good. Jack's got 7 points.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
A nice shot by Howard.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And Jack kicks to Lopez. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Dishes to Bogdanovich. Lets it go with a 3. Eunice grabs the miss. Eunice has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
Rockets leading by 17. Here's Howard, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Thaddeus Young.
2.
Well, guys, before last season, Trevor Ariza signing a 4-year, $32 million deal with the Rockets. Big free agent get for the team.
And, you know, they wanted to re-sign Chandler Parsons, Kevin, but with his departure, in comes Ariza, and Trevor is a quality replacement. I mean, a terrific wing defender, and he's a nice spot-up shooter as well.
Here's Bogdanovich. He's got 9, and that is good. Bogdanovich has got 11.
He's tall for a shooting guard, and he took full advantage of his height on that one.
For Houston, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Eunice, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
Here's Jack. He's got 7.
And, you know, you compare their games. Ariza a bit more limited maybe offensively than Parsons, a few years older, but he's also a better defender and also better at playing without the basketball. Remember, you got 5 guys out there, only 1 ball. Sometimes your chemistry can improve when a guy doesn't need the basketball to be effective.
And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. Now a timeout called by Houston.
And, you know, for the Rockets, a nice pairing with James Harden and Trevor Ariza. Ariza, a spot-up shooter and defender, while Harden arguably the premier offensive creator in the league. I mean, they really complement each other well.
Now here's Lawson. 17-point lead, their biggest. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Harden. Not a lot of room. Shoots, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And Jack, here we go. Young trying to break free, and Brook Lopez the bucket on the assist from Jack. Jack's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Harden. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Screen by Young. Shot by Jack. Wide open. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Jack's got 4 points now in the quarter. It's Harden with the drive. Banked in off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 17.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Just call him the beard. James Harden, not just iconic, but also entering the conversation for the best player in the NBA.
Houston making a switch here. McDaniels checked in. Here's Bogdanovich. 11 points in the game. Rockets with the rebound. Moniunas has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lawson kicks to Howard. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor. And speaking of Harden and being the best, he'd certainly tell you so. He referred to himself as the best all-around player in the league. What do you think?
And I think he's right in that category. A lot of people laughed him off when he said that, but he's been a legitimate MVP candidate. His defense has gotten better, and obviously his offensive game is off the charts.
Houston leading by 19. Ariza goes in. Here's McDaniels. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. McDaniels got his 2nd basket of the game. Lopez a screen. Jack passes to Lopez. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Houston.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket.
Here's McDaniels. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. The shot's good from Lawson.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And the call will be against Ty Lawson. That's his 1st foul. Jason Terry, he's checked in for Ty Lawson. Now off the inbound. No good. And the Rockets take it the other way. And here is Moniunas. He's got 8. And Jason Terry with the 3. Terry's got 9.
Another bucket added to the lead. They've been the better team in every facet.
And in my opinion, you get extra bonus points, extra eye of the beholder points when you do it the way they're doing it on the road. That's special.
And he gets it to go. And that's 11 points for Brook Lopez.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Ariza dishes to Howard. Shoots a fader. The rebound by Young. Nets have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Jack with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Lopez a screen. And Jack, here we go. Lopez passes to Hollis Jefferson. Just 5 to shoot. Jack inside the line. The shot no good. Good work defensively by Terry. Rockets leading by 22. It's Ariza on the wing. Takes it off the glass. Ariza's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson, and Donald Sloan subbed in for Bogdanovich.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession. And last season, the Nets made sure nobody went off against them. They would lose games, but they did a great job of limiting an opposing star from taking over.
Here's Howard, and it's sent back by Lopez. Now here is Jack. 9 points in the game so far. Lopez a screen on Howard. Jack with it, and Terry picks him up defensively. Young's shot is off. As you mentioned with the Nets, they limited takeover games, set an NBA record, in fact, Clark, by allowing the fewest 30-point scores against them.
Yeah, you know, only Harden and Lillard were able to get 30 points against the Nets. As you said, the first team to allow so few in a complete NBA season. Going back to '99, the strike-shortened season, the Knicks did it as well.
Now here is Jack. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Here's Lopez, loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Lopez has got 13.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And Jack kicks to Sloan. And here's Young from the arc. Again, Young missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Nice shot by Terry.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I'll tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
Jack takes the 3, and it's Young. That time on the assist from Jack. That's 10 points here for Thaddeus Young.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And Brewer kicks to McDaniels. Brewer with the ball. Young's there. There's the bucket. Good.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Sloan. Young outside. There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Sloan. No good on the triple. Rockets leading by 23. Here's Brewer. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Now here is Jack. 9 points in the game so far. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Jones kicks to McDaniels. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And for Terrence Jones, there's a quiet excitement surrounding him in personnel circles. Last season, he was a much better rim protector, way up in blocks, and his three-point percentage was up as well. So those are the kinds of year 3 improvements that talent evaluators are always looking for, especially when you come into the league as an underclassman.
Bargnani is checked in for the Nets. Ellingson comes in for Jarrett Jack. And then for Houston, Decker's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jason Terry. Sloan dishes to Robinson. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Robinson's got 4 points this quarter. Well, looking at Terrence Jones, he really has that complete game. His ability to make a play at the rim, hit 35% of his threes. He's a multi-dimensional threat. Long player, well-schooled, falls in line, I think, very well with any good team. In this particular case, with one of the playoff teams in the West.
Yeah, he's one of the more efficient players in the league, over 53% his first 3 seasons. So defenses might want to choose to ignore somebody else.
Here's Beverly, following the bucket by the Nets. Here's Jones, and Houston again with the bucket.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Here's Sloan. There's 47 seconds left in the third. It's Robinson high post. It's rebounded by Houston. Jones has got 4 rebounds in this game. Beverly the pass to Jones. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Jones has got 12 points in the game.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Sloan shot is off.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Out to the right wing. Now Decker. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Rockets ahead, running away with it. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And here are the Rockets now. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Terry and Harden are the 1 and 2. Decker is out there with Harrell, and it's Capella in at the 5. Rome in the paint. Now here's Terry. Houston moving the ball around. Decker gets the bucket.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Larkin kicks to Bargnani. Feeds to Karasov. Now the dish to Larkin. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the middle. Here's Decker. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Kicks to Karasov. He feeds it to Larkin. Nailed from three-point land. Houston's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Harden dishes to Capella, and Bargnani sends it back. Here's Larkin. Terry covering. Bargnani is screen on Terry. McCullough, no good.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammates there, and I'm sure he appreciated it. Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Here's Larkin. James Harden picking up that last basket, and that one's good. Larkin's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Here's Harden. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, the Nets really kind of drifted along for the first part of last season, treaded water. But after the All-Star break, they stepped on the gas, put themselves right back in the playoff picture.
As you mentioned, the Nets were great after the break, had the 3rd best record post-All-Star break in the East.
Yeah, and how about winning 13 of their first 22 after the break? And sometimes with a new coach and system, it takes a while to kind of figure things out. And that seemed to be the case with the Nets last year.
Here's Larkin. Clock at 6. From deep. Rebound by Harrell. Rockets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And that one's good. 23 points for James Harden.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, they're losing the battle in the paint.
Larkin, the pass to Karasov. Here's Ellington. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Decker. From the arc. Pass to Harden. Over to the left wing. Decker kicks to Capella. Harden outside. Goes back up. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Harden's got 14 points now in the second half.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Lopez playing well. 13 points, and he's knocked down 5 shots at the charity stripe. Good numbers for him.
Yeah, they are. It's been a nice element of his game today.
Markel Brown, he's checked in for Wayne Ellington. And so here is Houston. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And the pass to Harrell. He kicks it to Terry. He dishes it to Capella. The 11-footer. The second chance effort. And Harrell with the lay-in. Good.
Plays like that, the hustle plays on the backboard, the second chance points that have really caused problems all day for the defense.
Now here's Brown. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
Outside Terry. And there's the feed to Capella. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Here's Larkin. Pass to Brown. Dishes it to Lopez. That's good. Lopez has got 11 in the second half.
Well, you can't give him that kind of a position in the post.
Oh, without question. I mean, when he gets it in that tight and that close, that's easy. Real easy.
Here's Harden, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Here's Lopez. Can't get it to go. So Houston will take it the other way. Harrell with it. Here's Harden on the wing. Feeds it to Terry. 6 on the shot clock. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Terry. Terry's got 4 assists in the game.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
Here's Karasov. Larkin can't get it to go. Here we go, one-on-one. Decker gets the bucket.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
And the Nets with possession here. Here's the screen. Here's Larkin. Terry covering. Fires from 18. Nice shot by Larkin.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
The dish to Lopez. Here's Karasov. Back to Lopez. It's rebounded by Houston. Harrell's got his 6th rebound on the night. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Now here's Decker. D right on him. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for the Nets. Montiunas is checked in for Houston. McDaniels comes in for James Harden. Here's Larkin. Terry covering. Lopez a screen. Larkin. And the 3 off target.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes. Gotta be demoralizing. They desperately needed a stop, and instead they give up a triple on an open look.
To the middle. Here's Brown. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Here's Larkin. He feeds it to Karasov. Trains it from beyond the arc.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Terry. Here's Harrell. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Lopez a screen. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's foul number 2 for him. The Nets making a switch here. Ellington's checked in. Kicks to Larkin. Lopez left side. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Harrell's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Decker kicks to McDaniels. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Here's Larkin. Passes it to Robinson. And Terry over to help. All sorts of time. Rebound by Harrell. Houston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Pass to Montiunas. Launches it. And that one's good. Montiunas has got 6 in the quarter.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
And as hot as they are, no need to play conservative. Keep firing away.
Here's Larkin. And it's Lopez at the elbow. That shot wide open. Lopez has got 13 points in the second half.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
Net shooting in this game, 45%. Now the pass to Karasov. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Rockets with the rebound. 1:44 left to play here in the 4th. Montiunas has the open look. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Ellington dishes to Larkin. There's a screen by Robinson. Lopez, a screen on Terry. Larkin, the pass to Lopez. Here's Robinson, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The first one falls.
That's some good play tonight for Robinson. He has 8 points and a steal. He's given them just what they would have hoped for today.
Even more, I'd say.
Houston's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Houston.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark, an all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an in-seat. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-gamer.
I tell you what, Greg, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for James Harden. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel. Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Now here's Ellington. Here's Larkin. He kicks to Ellington. Clock at 4. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And they're on the kind of run that could have made a difference had it just started a little earlier.
Yeah, but I think the only reason they're on this run is because the defense has relaxed a little bit, knowing the game is basically in the bag.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
So we see Houston taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And this broadcast has not ended just yet, as we've got the award-winning Ernie Johnson standing by here for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunity. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.